As vaccines become more widely available, schools are becoming the focus, with many remaining closed to students amid the pandemic. As they slowly reopen, more and more teachers are receiving their shots. But in many cases, states and school districts have not been keeping track of employee vaccinations, and that has become a concern to parents. Vaccines are not required for educators to return to their school, though teachers' unions have called for widespread immunization before reopening schools. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention did not include vaccinating teachers in its guidelines for schools to consider when to bring students back to classrooms. But COVID-19 vaccines have been a sticking point in reopening debates. Over a dozen states had yet to prioritize teachers receiving their vaccinations before President Joe Biden directed all state governments this week to administer at least one corona vaccine to every teacher, school employee, and child care worker by the end of March. This push to vaccinate educators will likely help in-person learning move forward. But when it comes to tracking which teachers get immunized, it could come down to privacy concerns or even a lack of ability. Teachers in the state of Oregon began receiving their vaccines earlier this year. Though the state health authority can't say for sure how many teachers have been vaccinated because the agency simply does not track the profession of recipients. In contrast, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has directed districts to report weekly how many staff members are receiving their shots. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, teachers in the nation's second largest school district have been given the green light to register for vaccine appointments offered by the school system through an app designed by Microsoft. At Jefferson County Public Schools in Louisville, Kentucky, the district says all staff who wanted to receive COVID-19 vaccines got them last month, and they are now ready to reopen schools. In Chicago, vaccines were a priority before reopening schools. They began in mid-February, but it's unclear how many of the nearly 40,000 employees have been vaccinated. A dispute with the teachers' union in Philadelphia may put things on hold there, even as schools are set to launch hybrid learning for pre-K through second grade students. And in Detroit, teachers are being offered an incentive to return to in-person learning, $750 hazard pay. President Joe Biden has promised to have most K through 8 schools open for classroom instruction by the end of his first 100 days in office, at the end of April. I'm Tolly Anderson reporting.